Hi there, Bambaji here with another gate exploration, following the sun as it transits this wheel of life throughout the whole year. And we are in April, it's April the 10th, and the sun is about to transit into gate 42. That happens at 4:18 this morning. So gate 42, here we are in the sacral center. This is the gate of growth. It's called increase. And it's actually also a gate of bringing things to a close. It's a gate of endings. And we're closing things off so that the next step can be taken. Growth has the potential to mature as each cycle is completed. This is actually part of a channel called maturation. And at the other end of the channel, we find the gate of beginnings. So we have the energy here of cycles. We have the beginnings and the endings of things. The mantra for this gate is one thing at a time. Don't start something new until you have closed off the old. And as part of abstract circuitry, this gate loves to have new experiences. I mean, that's its real driving force. And so that can often cause it to take on more than it can deal with, and taking on something new before the old has been correctly closed out. It's a gate in the sacral center. So if it's an open sacral, you might not know when enough is enough. And so you're constantly taking on new things. If it's not healthy for you, then this can burn you out very quickly, very easily. So this gate in abstract circuitry, as say it's a circuit, the whole circuit is all about experiences. And part of the learning process of this circuit is coming to truly understand that it's the experience itself that is the point. The process of beginnings, middles, ends, that's not the point. You know, the end result is not the point. It's the experience itself that matters, because it's the experience that is shared in collective circuitry. This is what then goes on to inform everyone else, to teach everyone else, because it's what we learn from our experiences that is what is so valuable. And of course, we don't learn from the experience usually while we're in the experience itself. There is a process of retreating, of privacy, of taking time for the process to really run its whole cycle in order to make sense of what has happened. There has to be some period of reflection. So also built into this cycle, this circuit, is a need for patience. It runs through the solar plexus, this whole cycle. I keep saying the cycle because it's a part of cycles, but it's the whole process, the whole circuit runs through the solar plexus. And one of the things that we know about the solar plexus is that there's no truth in the now. Things must be allowed to take their time to come to fruition. And this is certainly true of an experience. You have an experience, it goes through the whole of it. And then there's that reflection and a period of waiting while sense is made of it. This is also called the sensing circuit. And it's through this that we find whether there's any value in the experience moving forward for the whole collective. Cycles are so important. So many of them we don't even notice. And yet all the time we're in a cycle somewhere. They are embedded in the experience of life. From the moment we're born until we shuffle off this mortal coil, every activity we take part in, from breathing to making dinner to planning a motorcycle trip around the world, they all have a beginning, a middle, and an end. It's a very important gate, really, when you think about it. And there is a note of caution to be found here in this gate of growth. And the caution tells us that exponential growth is not sustainable. It will lead to an ending just like any other ending, but it might be a bit more of a crash ending. And it's all part of the cycle. It's all part of the experience. But it's just something that it's a little warning that comes in with this gate. So the sun is grounded here in gate 32. That's the polarity. That's the opposite side of the wheel. And this is the gate of continuity. And we are told here that the only thing that endures is change. This is a gate in the splenic center, and it is part of the channel of transformation. It is a tribal channel, and it tells us the story of the ambition that benefits the tribe. You know, we all work together, we all support each other. And support is a very important word when we're looking at the tribe and any of the tribal activations. There's an inbuilt conservatism to gate 32. It's not going to trouble itself to invest its energy in something new if that new hasn't been proven to be worthwhile or to have some material value for the tribe. Once something has been proven and there's no risk involved, then the resources of the tribe can be committed to it. All tribal gates are quite material in their nature. And gate 32 also comes along with a fear. All splenic gates have a fear. This is the fear of failure. The tribe mustn't fail, you know, and you mustn't fail the tribe. On the contrary, the tribe must prevail, and it must grow, and it must it must grow to be strong and to be the best tribe around. That way it attracts more resources. It might even attract new blood, and the tribe is very aware of this need for new blood every now and then to stop it from stagnating. So it's rather fitting that the gate 42, sorry, our sun gate 42, this gate of growth and endings, should be grounded in a gate that tells us that the only thing that endures is change. You know, and that maybe can put the brakes a little bit on a gate that might sometimes forget to close off its cycle correctly before it moves on into the next. So your experience then, what do you notice about the cycles of life? Have you an awareness of the cycles of life? So many of them, as I say, we just take them for granted, really. But during this transit, we can really bring a little bit of attention to certainly the endings, because we don't have 53 in, but the biggest, that's beginnings. So certainly the endings, the closing off of things. Have you got things in your life that need to be closed off? Have you entered into things correctly in order for them to be closed off correctly? If you've got a defined sacral, are you aware of the response that you might have to closing something? Is this finished for you? Excellent. If we don't begin and end things correctly, then they will loop around for us to explore them again. We will get another opportunity. So learning our lessons in order that we can move on and have a new experience is really important. Now, to finish off today, I'm going to be a bit geeky. I'm going to share my screen with you because we have something quite important going on in the other transits. And so, I mean, it is a bit geeky and it's outside of the gate 42, but it is inside the energies that we're all going to be experiencing. And we are in this experiential circuit at the moment. But Pluto, this is what I want to tell you about. Tomorrow, Pluto is transiting. Now, Pluto is the outermost planet in terms of our major conditioning influences, and it moves very, very slowly through the mandala, spending 241 days in a single line. That's 1,446 days in a gate, so it takes nearly 248 years to transit the whole of the wheel. So Pluto, which brings truth and transformation and change, and has been in this root gate 60, which is the gate of acceptance and limitation, since November 2022. At 12:33 GMT tomorrow, it transits into gate 41. Now, it's only there actually for a month before it retrogrades back into gate 60. And in fact, it's going to be yo-yoing back and forth a little bit between these two gates over the next 3 years. But the reason that this is really significant is that it is the transition of Pluto into gate 41 and the line 4 in February of 2027, which heralds the rave mutation that is going to come into the world. You might have heard about the change in 2027. This is the whistle, if you like, that's going to let us know that it's happening. So going into 41 now, and then out again, admittedly, but back into limitation and acceptance, and then back in. I mean, what does this mean for us? Is this actually going to give us a taste of what's to come? What does it mean that Pluto is now dancing between acceptance and contraction? I've no idea myself. I don't have anything to offer you. I can tell you the keynotes of it, but I also invite you just to sit with the energy of it and feel into it. Can you feel that shift? It's potentially a big shift. So maybe it's just a question of sitting with it and I don't know, can I feel this this potentially big moment in the energies surrounding us? So I will leave you with that, and I will say thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time when we have another gate transit. Take care. Bye bye now.